Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be the new Chanel fall collection. It's going to be an unboxing with some swatches and, you know, first impressions slash demo. Again, thank you Sophia from the Atlanta Chanel boutique store. I will leave her contact information in the description box below in case you want to place your order with her, just in case there are any items you may not be able to get online. She just, I mean, need I say more? Look how beautiful that box is with the pink bow. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so if you guys are wondering what I'm wearing on my face, I've already primed and prepped. I have the La Mer Soft Fluid foundation on my face. This is color neutral. I have set my face with my Bare Minerals mineral veil. And I have primed my eyelids with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion and the anti-aging formula, in case you guys were wondering. And the bronzer I've been using has been the NARS Laguna bronzer. I actually got this at Marshall's, so I've just been getting some really good use out of that. And then for blush and highlight, I've just been using my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit Unlock palette, and I've just been using this blush and this highlighter. As you can see, I've run out of the bronzer, and I probably hit pan on so many of these, so I've just kind of, we're transitioning into fall, so I feel like this blush just kind of is matching a lot better with the season. All right, so let's get started. First of all, let's do this quick unboxing. So this beautiful bowl I'm gonna keep, of course. I want you all to ignore the mess that is going on in the background. I tried to angle the camera. My husband has like this project for work, and I am surrounded by boxes. My chair, I can't move back anymore. Yeah, all this area right here, full of stuff. So here's the box, and the Chanel packaging is always so amazing, and when you order from a boutique, they really do know how to place such nice they pay attention to detail, nice touch. Inside, so let me just show you. This is how it comes when you open the box. You have this beautiful little card, and it's just gorgeous. And look at that. I mean, is that cool or what? And then on the inside, honestly, Sophia is one of the best reps I have ever placed an order with. She is just so sweet, and she just knows so much about any product you ask her about. She really knows what she's talking about. Okay, so inside I have my receipt for the products. In case you guys were wondering, we'll go over pricing once I unbox everything. But inside, she always includes this cute little note. It says, "Dear Isabel, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your new collection, Sophia." That's so sweet. And then I'm going to take out my receipt just to reference it for prices as I'm taking out these products from the box. All right, so I didn't purchase the full fall collection. I actually purchased the 2 quads, the new ones, because I already had the relaunch of the other one, and the 2 eyeliners. I didn't like the shades that came out for the Cocoa Flash, with the Cocoa Flash formula, and I didn't like the dark lipstick. The Adrienne lipstick is not new. I actually own that lipstick, which will be the lipstick I'll be using in this video. It's just a relaunch, so I didn't purchase that because I already own that lipstick. So the first thing in the box is the, oh, well, let me show you how this comes packaged. So nice. Very, very organized. So in here we have Quad 362 Candeur Et Provocation. I know that I'm totally pronouncing that wrong. So let me go ahead and just, it's typical Chanel packaging. Let me go ahead and take it out of its box. And then you get these really cool cards on the inside that show you, you know, just the different looks that you can create using this quad if you need guidance. And of course, all of these Chanel eyeshadow quads come with these beautiful black velvet cases. Let me take off the plastic. Oh my gosh, this looks gorgeous. And then here you have Quad 362. Guys, I'm in love. I'm in love already. And I will be showing you swatches of both quads, and I will be doing a look using both quads. And then the second one in the box is number 364, Candeur Seduction. And then here you have the cute little card, your velvet case. Let me remove, all of the quads come with this like plastic on the inside to protect the shadows. You all know already, this is my favorite quad right here. That red, I'm all about it. You guys know I'm a sucker for red shades, and no one does red like Chanel. Lucia Pica, she's killing it. All right, now let's get into the other two items that are in here. I got the two new eyeliners in the collection. The first one here is 959 Psyche. And this is the deepest shade out of the two. It's like a very deep red color. I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch these now on the back of my hand. It's like a brown red. Let me make that swatch a little bigger so these guys can see it a little bit better. It's definitely matte, glides on super soft, but it does have that red undertone, which I am all about. It is like a deep chestnut color with a red undertone. And then the next eyeliner I purchased was number 955 Romance. This is the lighter one out of the two, and I've heard a lot of people have been using this one as lip liner as well. I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna use this for my eyes because I think it's such a unique shade. First of all, let me just show you the bullet in case you guys wanted to see that. It's pretty thin. If my camera would focus, that would be so awesome. Okay, it's being moody today. Let me just get into the swatch. I'll swatch it right next to the other one so you guys can see. This is like a rose gold kind of eyeliner. It's so nice. It has sort of a metallic finish versus the mahogany color right next to it. There we go, finally. So you see how it has sort of like a metallic finish to it, and then this is completely matte. It is a deep chestnut chocolate brown with that red base. All right, now let's get into there's some little samples in this box. So the first sample I see here is the Chanel, the new Chanel Le Volume Revolution de Chanel 3D printed mascara. I haven't tried this one, so I'm really excited to try this sample. If you guys have tried this mascara, please let me know. I will go ahead and use it in this video since we're gonna be doing first impressions. And then there's this cute little Chanel bag inside this box with the bow. And in here are some more samples. We have a Hydra Beauty Micro Gel Hydration Eye Gel. I haven't tried this, so I definitely have to give this a try. I'm going to be doing a video soon of some Chanel skincare products that I really have been enjoying for, you know, women with more oily skin. And then here I have 3 Le Beiges Sheer Healthy Highlighting Fluid in Sunkissed. So I haven't tried this. I'm going to start using these this week mixed in with my foundation, and I'll let you guys know how I like this, if I enjoy it, if it makes my skin oily or not, and all that jazz. All right, so now let's get into some swatches, and then let's get into the first look of this video. All right, so in this first quad, number 362, Candeur Et Provocation, there's only one matte shade, which is the brown shade. And the way that I swatched this was I did the first one, which is this light pink that has sort of like a gold shimmeriness to it. But then I went ahead and swatched this color right here. It's beautiful. This is also another satin shade. It is a satin shade with a little bit of shimmer in it. Very, very mild. I mean, you can barely see the shimmers in that. And then you have this beautiful plum sort of color in this quad, which is absolutely amazing. This, I know in the pan, it looks like it's gonna be very deep, but when I swatched it, it was a little lighter than what I thought it was gonna be. But this does have a very slight shimmer to it. I think the one that, you know, this first shade right here, you can really see the shimmers in it. It's so beautiful. It's got that beautiful pink tone with a little bit of gold to it, and then this chocolate brown is just absolutely amazing with that matte finish. It really just adds some depth into this quad. So in this quad, which is number, let's see, 364, Candeur Et Seduction, you have the most mattes in this shade. The only shimmery shade is this one, and this is a very strong metallic rose gold. In the pan, I was very surprised by this color because in the pan it looks like it's gonna be a white silver, but actually it swatches like a beautiful rose gold. This is definitely going to be either your pop of color, but if you use it with a soft enough touch, you can use this as a brow bone highlight or inner corner highlight. And then these 3 shades are all matte shades. You have this beautiful deep plum color, which I mean I love every shade in both of these palettes. Then you've got this very like deep hot pink color. It definitely has a little bit of like burgundy vibes to it. And then you've got this absolutely stunning red. This has to be just my favorite shade out of the 2 palettes, is this red right here. It really does remind me of the eyeliner Psyche. I think that, you know, they're probably the same. I think this Psyche is just the eyeliner version of this color. It has that beautiful red with that brown mahogany undertone to it. It's beautiful. And then here you have the Rouge Coco Ultra Hydrating Lip Color in number 402 Adrienne. It's a beautiful, perfect nude. This has to be one of my favorite colors compared to, I think it's called Rouge Angelique. And then here is that color swatched on the back of my hand. It is pretty light, but it is very creamy, very hydrating. It's just like could be the perfect go-to color. All right, I moved you guys a little bit closer so that you're able to see this eye look. So the first brush I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury, what is this? This is the eye blender brush. And I'm gonna go into the lightest shade in the palette right here. And I'm gonna apply that all over my lid up until my brow bone, up to my eyebrow bone. Okay, I've got a hair in my face. Alright, so I know I told you guys a couple of videos ago that I had a big issue with this order. So I had placed my order originally through Chanel.com, and I had done it when the items had gone on pre-order. So a week went by, my order hadn't been fulfilled, but they did have a disclaimer stating that due to COVID-19, there was going to be delays in the fulfillment of anybody's orders. It's like, okay, a week. I did use the code in the bag to get free overnight shipping. 2 weeks passed by. I still have not received a shipment confirmation email, so I decided to call to find out what happened to my order. Pretty much I spoke with 4 people and nobody followed through with finding out exactly what happened to my order. So I had to end up calling and speaking to a manager, because after 3 weeks all of a sudden my order was just canceled. So I ended up calling Sophia, and actually the next color I'm gonna use this color to apply it just on my lid area using the same brush. So I ended up calling Sophia so that she could just fulfill my order, hoping that her boutique still had these items in stock. Thankfully they did. She placed the order for me the same day and I received it overnight. Just want you to know that I still haven't received an answer as to exactly why my order was canceled, because there was nothing wrong with the payment or my bank or anything like that. They did send over a full-size hand cream, the little white egg, because I had called so many times and nobody had done anything about the issue I was having, and I was wondering what's going on with my order, and nobody really followed through to find out exactly what was wrong with it. And so I appreciate that, but I still haven't received an answer as to exactly what happened to my order. All right, so now that I have done that pink all over my eyelid, and I kind of took it into the socket of my crease right here, I'm gonna go into the brown shade right here, which is the deepest color in the palette, and I'm going to use my Chanel eyeshadow blender brush in number 19, and I'm going to apply that in the socket of my eye. So yeah, I'm still waiting to know what happened with my order. No one knows. Okay, this is a little too dense, so I'm gonna go back to my blender brush. Like it's gonna storm. Did you guys hear the thunder? Gotta love Florida. So I'm just gonna use that as a transition shade, because then I'm gonna go into this plum shade. I really want that plum to show. So I'm just blending that into my socket as the transition shade. Already I love what's happening here. So that's what happened to me. I have ordered many times from the Chanel website and I have never had any issues. This is the first issue I've had, but their customer service hasn't been that great. I mean, I had to speak to someone really high up there because I spoke with a manager, and even that person didn't follow through with the issue I was having. And I ended up having to solve my own problem, you know, calling a Chanel boutique and having them fulfill my order. Thank God for Sophia. You know, she was able to do that for me, because in Florida we have a Chanel boutique, but it's limited to handbags and shoes and jewelry. They don't, and perfume. They don't carry any beauty products. All right, so I've used that as the transition shade, and I'm just applying, you know, that brown, really blending it in. And don't worry, we're gonna clean everything up, don't fret. But next I am gonna go in with the Chanel number 19 eyeshadow blender brush. This is a much smaller dome brush, and their bristles are dense, so they do concentrate the product wherever it is that you place it. I am gonna go into that plum shade, and I'm just gonna apply that to the outer corner of the eye. But yeah, I was just disappointed, you know, with the whole customer service process. I mean, it's a luxury brand. It was definitely not the luxury experience anyone would expect. So I'm placing the shadow on the outer corner and just using sweeping motions inward just to smoke it out a little bit. Now these shadows are similar in tone, but not really. Some are more purple, some are more red, and I just really like that monochromatic kind of blending that happens when you start layering these shades. It's absolutely gorgeous. I truly enjoy it. And this is an eyeshadow quad that if you don't want to layer these colors, you don't have to. You can just do a one shadow look or a 2 shadow look and just start and go about your day. So see, I've just concentrated that color on the outside. I really want that plum to really come through. But for the sake of this video, I'm actually using all the shades because I truly want you guys to see how they layer on top of each other. So now I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury eye smudger brush. This I'm gonna use to smudge that plum shade on the lower lash line. And I literally just tap my brush in it because it is a pretty pigmented shade. See, very light. And I'm just dragging that halfway down the lower lash line. Let me even out this eye. Now let's go in with the eyeliner. I'm gonna use number 959 Romance, and I'm gonna apply that directly to the waterline. Actually, let me take out a little bit more there. And I'm gonna bring that all the way. If this, guys, if this grosses you out, just go ahead and, you know, skip over this part. So as you can see, that eyeliner is just so nice. It's light. It's a beautiful rose, you know, deep pink rose gold. It's beautiful. I really love this. It's so unique. I don't have an eyeliner in my collection that is remotely close to this shade. However, the Psyche eyeliner does remind me a lot of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk eyeliner. All right, so I will be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and apply some mascara. I'm gonna use the La Volume Revolution de Chanel mascara in number 10 Noir. And I'm gonna apply some brow gel. And I'll be right back because I don't wanna bore you with that. Okay, so all I did was I just added some brow gel to my brows and some mascara. The mascara does give you a lot of length, but I think I still like the original formula better. I don't know, my first impressions of it, it's all right. I think I still like the original one. I'll keep using it, so I'll give you my final thoughts on that. But all I did was I got a clean brush and I just blended out the edges, and then this is the final look. As you can see, the colors just blend really nicely together. You do have that monochromatic look to it, but you can kind of sort of still see that there are definitely different shades that are being mixed in there, which I love it because it gives you sort of like a je ne sais quoi kind of look. And the eyeliner, I mean, I love the eyeliner. Subtle, but yet super cute. So let me just zoom you back out. Okay. And let's go ahead and apply the lipstick in number 402 Adrienne. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have ever tried the Chanel Rouge Cocoa lipsticks, but they are so good. So Adrienne has although it's a nude color, it does have a very subtle sheen to it. I'm gonna get closer so that you guys can see. It has a very subtle sheen to it, very similar to the shades in the palette. And I wanted also to show you guys, so I did use this palette. There's barely any kick up in the pan, which is awesome for those of you who don't like that. Barely any kick up. So great, because you don't usually get that kind of quality with a lot of shadows. But yeah, this is the first look, and that again is using quad number 362 Candeur Et Provocation. Don't kill me in the comments below. I don't speak French. So I really love it. I think it's so nice. It's perfect for the fall. These are the colors I gravitate to. Reds, burnt oranges, deep chocolate browns. I love that. All right, so now let's get to the second look in the palette. All right, so using a Bare Minerals full tapered shadow brush, this is just like any shadow brush will do. I'm gonna go into the lightest shade, and I'm going to just place that on my lid first because I'm not sure this is going to be a lid shade. I'm afraid it's gonna be too sparkly. So let me go ahead and just test it out really quick on my lid. Okay, it's a lid shade. So in the pan, it looks very metallic. But actually when you put it on the brush and you just glide it on, it actually gives you this beautiful rose gold kind of color, and I'm just bringing that all the way up to my brow bone. So just want to get close so that you guys can see that it's not really a metallic shade. It's like a very soft shimmery shade. This particular shade does have quite a bit of kick up. So in case you guys were wondering, I didn't have a lot of kick up with the other palette that I used, but this particular shade does have quite a bit of kick up. So with whatever's left on my brush, I'm kind of just bringing that up to the brow bone, just putting that all over the lid. And then using my MAC 217S brush, it's just any crease brush will do. I want to just show you really quick. See, there's a lot of like dust and kick up. I don't know if you guys can see that well. I'm going to go into this bright pink shade, and I'm going to use this shade as my transition shade just because I want to keep this wearable for the day. So I think that if I go if I put in this color, or I put this color on top of this one, it'll give it up a little bit of more depth and it'll be less bright and shocking. Who knows? We'll see. I could be wrong. All right, so I'm going in with a light hand because this is a pretty bright shade, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just blending that into the crease. And as you can see, I got a little bit, but it's pretty bright. Now I'm gonna do the same thing to the next side. I just tapped my brush in there. I think that, I don't think any of these matte shades in this palette are gonna have any kind of kick up. And just dipping into this shade, there's hardly any sort of kick up in the pan. So. All right, so really just kind of just blend that into the crease softly. And I'm kind of filling in this little gap here with a little color because when I go in with that second shade, I'm gonna kind of drag it in, kind of sort of like an ombre look. So the next shade I'm gonna use is this plum shade in the pan, in this quad. And I'm just gonna use the same brush. All right, so already that deeper plumber shade is really deepening up the look. I know that this was the quad that most people were not super hyped about purchasing just because these colors were very deep and they were very similar to each other. So all right, so with what's left on my brush, I'm gonna start dragging in the shadow up until the middle of the lid. I'm not adding any more. I'm just using what's literally on my brush and what I've already placed on my eye. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just so that it kind of looks sort of washed out, if you know what I mean. So I'm only leaving like this half of my eye without washing out the color. I'm kind of just like, you know, slowly dragging it into the middle of the lid. And then I'm gonna go in with a clean brush. I'm gonna use my Sigma E40 brush. This is absolutely clean, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out all the edges. I have a little bit of skipping here that I have to clean up. So I'm just going to blend all of that out. So in a lot of makeup videos, this part is cut out, and I'm leaving this part in because I kind of want you guys to see how long this takes and why this part is usually edited out of most beauty videos. And it took me a really long time to understand how a shadow went from, like, you know, looking a little rough to looking great, because this part was always, I know they always say I'm gonna go in with a clean brush and blend, but they, you know, there's sort of no real explanation to it. And I think for somebody who's beginning to learn how to do makeup, you know, communication is key. So I kind of just want you to see. This is pretty boring because all I'm doing is blending it out, so I understand why this is edited out of the video. But just want you guys to see what happens when you go in with a clean brush and you just soften everything out. It takes a while, you've got to be patient, but it gets the job done. So we've got that. Now I'm going to go in with the same, using my same MAC 217 brush, and I'm gonna go into my favorite shade in this palette, which is this red shade right here. Now I'm going to concentrate this color right on the outside right here, and I'm just placing it there, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it, tapping it. Just tapping motions. And then I'm gonna drag it in. And then I'm gonna just sort of blend it into the crease with all the other three shades. I'm dragging that in, kind of filling in that blank space. I usually have like a blank space between my lashes and my lid. I don't know if that happens to anybody else, but it happens to me. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Just tap it on there. And then blend it into the crease with whatever you've got left. But the reason I'm tapping is because I want that red shade to really stay prominent on the outside. The next step, I'm gonna use, I can't speak today, so sorry. I'm having my coffee. All right, so the next brush I'm gonna be using is an It Cosmetics smudger brush. And I'm gonna go into that red shade and I'm going to drag it underneath the lash line. And again, I'm only gonna do this halfway. These shades, out of all the Chanel quads that I own, these two quads are like the most pigmented I've ever used. So, warning, go in with a light hand. All right, so I've dragged that halfway under my eye. Now I'm gonna go and put on some eyeliner, some mascara, and some brow gel, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I applied, where's the eyeliner? Oh, here it is. The new eyeliner that just launched, which is number 959 Psyche. And I just put it halfway down my lash line and just over the area that I had smudged that color. And then I went ahead and applied my Too Faced eyebrow gel and my NARS Climax mascara only to my top lashes, just because I feel like there's already a lot going on down here and I don't want to make my eyes look heavy, you know? And so when I was doing this, I realized that I wanted a little bit more of this color right here in the just this area. So I'm gonna go in with my finger and I'm going to lightly just tap that color in. I just wanted to make it a little bit brighter. Yeah, okay, so we're done with that. Now let's move on to lips. So where is it? I didn't get the dark colors from the collection. I didn't get any of the liquid lipsticks. It's something that I'm just gonna have to swatch in store, simply because that red, you guys know I'm super picky with my red, so I really want to make sure it has that blue undertone to it. But that brown just looks way too dark. It's not something that I would use often, and I already owned the Adrienne lipstick. So I'm gonna go in with the Adrienne lipstick and I'm gonna apply that to my lips. I also feel like the eyes are already very, you know, it's definitely the dominant feature in this look. So going in with a soft lip really helps to not take the focus off of the eyes. But I'm also going to put on a gloss just to kind of, you know, make it more fall. I'm gonna go in with the Rouge Cocoa Gloss in 724 Burnt Sugar. And this is like a really pretty gingerbread gloss. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it over the lipstick. If you guys are wondering, the Chanel glosses are amazing, but one of my favorite features of these glosses is the dome. It's awesome. I'll give you a close-up of it now. Look at this dome, it's so cool. I feel like it's wide enough and it's like angled, but I like how wide and round it is. I don't know, it just makes the application of it so much better than the normal domes they have. So I'm just gonna get real close so that you guys can see the final look. And in my opinion, This is a quad I would obviously only take out for the fall season, just because these colors are just so specific to the season. Oh, I know, I forgot to show you guys something that I didn't do off camera that I wanted to do. So when you guys are placing shadows, I don't know about you, but on my right, I'm so much better at like keeping it where it's supposed to be, but on my left eye, I don't know why, but I always get like a little bit of like, I don't know, I seem to come out a little bit on this side. So I just kind of wanted to show you, just take a clean brush and you just swirl it like that, and you just do the same thing like you're blending it. Let me get my hair out of the way, maybe that would help. It totally fixes that problem. It just smooths everything out in that area. I know, it's magic, it's magic. But I just wanted to show you that because I don't really know if anybody else has that issue. I'm just not as coordinated when I'm trying to do my left eye because I'm a right-handed person. So anyway, but this completes the look. I love these shades, and my personal preference is I would use this in the fall. However, you guys know I'm obsessed with red, and I am that type of person that's gonna be pulling this quad out mid-August, midsummer, because I anticipate fall so much and I get so excited that once we hit like August 15, my brain just goes into fall mode and it's happening. I'm also crazy enough to wear this all year round. I'm not even joking. Like, I just love, if I had to pick only 2 quads from the collection, this one, hands down, is my favorite. And I'm gonna really quick show you side by side of both of them. All right, so this one is 362 Candeur Et Provocation. And this is the quad I just used for this final look, 364 Candeur Et Seduction. And when you look at them side by side, they look similar, but they're not at all. These colors are different in their own ways. And I just love them both. But if truly I had to pick between either one of these quads, this red shade, this whole red thing that's happening, I'm all about it. I'm all about it. All right, so now let's talk about pricing and my overall thoughts of the collection. So each quad was, getting my receipts here, were $62. So each one of these were $62, which is typically how much their quads cost anyway. And each eyeliner was $33, and I purchased both of them. And I already owned the Adrienne lipstick, so I didn't purchase that, but each of their lipsticks are $38. So this is not a new lipstick to their collection, it was just a relaunch. But yeah, that's the only thing I purchased in this collection. In my opinion, I haven't been this excited about a fall collection with Chanel since the 2017 Lucia Pica collaboration with the girl from Twilight. I forget her name. It's Kristen, I don't know, I think it's Kristen Stewart. Don't quote me, I don't know her name, but you guys know who I'm talking about. I was in love. That was the first like all matte quad, and I used that to death. I don't have it anymore because I hit pan on every single color. And I didn't repurchase it, not because I don't like it. It's just I literally have so much makeup that I have to get through. And I don't want to buy something that'll be sitting in a drawer and get old. So I'm really trying to use what I have in the year of 2020 and 2021 just to have a really good rotation of my makeup. I am not a person that declutters, and I don't like throw things away or give things away. When I give things away to people, it's like something that I just got. Like maybe I got these samples, or I got like extra freebies, or maybe the gift set of lipsticks that I bought has a particular shade that I know I'm never gonna wear, and I'll give it to somebody who really tends to gravitate towards those colors or those tones. So I'm really specific when it comes to how much makeup I have and what I need to get through for that year. And lately 2020 has sort of been a blessing in that way, because there hasn't been a lot of makeup releases that I have liked at all. So the only launches I've purchased has been the Chanel one and the summer Chanel collection, the Warm Memories one. I know you guys remember that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is right up my alley. There was, when I first saw this collection, the only thing I thought was, I want it now. I don't care how much it costs. I want it. I need it. And the moment the pictures were leaked, so Bloomingdale's had all of their shipment for Chanel like canceled, which is usually where I get all my launches. And so I thought they weren't gonna get this collection from what I was told. And when the photos were leaked, one of my friends over there was like, oh my gosh, girl, I know you're gonna buy this entire collection. And I was like, yes, I am. I need those quads and I need those eyeliners. I already have the lipstick and I'm not gonna buy the other ones because I have like 4 of them that I still haven't even gone through. So I was really excited. I really love the pigmentation and the formula in these matte shades. So there's a lot of matte shades in these quads. If you really take a look at it, these shades in this quad, these 3 shades are satin and this is a matte shade. The satin shades are beautiful. They're just as good. The matte shades are not patchy. They're super pigmented. And in this quad, which is 364, the only like really shimmery shade you have in this collection is this one, because these 3 are mattes, complete matte shades. And I have to say, I'm really impressed with the pigmentation of these palettes. Lucia Pica is killing it. I just love the way that she really incorporates red into everything. And I have learned to love red because of her. I would have never, like 5 years ago, thought about putting a red shadow on my eyes. And she has just put together this formula and these red tones that really work with everybody's skin tone. Red is something that it doesn't matter what color eyes you have, really makes them pop. Like, I've seen women wear like these red shadows, because you know fall is the time when you start to see this, and every time I see it on somebody, I'm like, damn, that looks so good. It makes me want to run back home and go through all my quads and look at where I've got those red shades and play with that quad. So I understand it's not everybody's thing. I know that some people really don't like it, but I love it. So I knew that I had to have this collection. I have nothing negative to say. None of these colors were patchy. None of them were you know, too hard to blend. They blended like a dream. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And these eyeliners, they're not new to me. Like I have a lot of Chanel eyeliners. They glide on like a dream. They are waterproof, so it prevents that smudging. So if you have issues with like smudging on the bottom or having it stick to the crease of your lid, you're not going to experience that with these eyeliners. If anything, you may need a little bit of micellar water on a Q-tip to remove it, like after you wash your face or before. You may want to like just saturate the area and then go in with a cleanser to really take it off, because I find that with these waterproof ones, especially if they're like red toned or greens, they tend to be a bit harder to get off. So if I just grab a Q-tip and I saturate my lash area with some micellar water and I go in with my cleanser and just mix it all together, it all comes off immediately. But anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling. That completes this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you picked up this collection and what your favorite pieces are. And see you next time, guys. Bye.